Good morning, America. This is called mental illness and tweeting with all due respect, President Trump. I know of someone who has a PhD and they would tweet 5 to 10 times a day. They got into crack, they lost their house and everything. They get a free government phone and you can block them, but they lose their phone and then they end up getting another one, and then they end up texting again, and then the person has to block them again. Sometimes their texts are really nice, and other times they're really angry and out there and out of touch with reality. Lately, people have been upset with President Trump and his tweets. Like this person who is mentally ill. Does he need to be loved by people in cyberspace? Does he need to feel a void that can never be filled daily? I post music and thoughts daily because my best friend of 33 years old, who was disabled in a quad, passed away. He was not a substance abuser, and he was not mentally ill. When you're disabled, you and live on Social Security, a lot of times you know a lot of people who are mentally ill or substance abusers. Sad to see the cops beat the shit out of that mentally ill teenager at the hospital when his mother was bringing him in for help. It was stupid of the cops, but they are not totally to blame. Our addiction to TV and the internet, when people act up, we get defensive and afraid and often prepare ourselves for the worst. And we see all these bad videos on TV and on the internet. I imagine being a cop, you always have to have your guard up, and I get that. I went to school with disabled children till I was almost 14 in 1967. Back then, people who were not physically disabled but mentally or emotionally disturbed were also sent to our school. And they had their own teachers, but you still interacted with them now and then. President Trump does have freedom of speech, but when you become a president, you also lose some of that freedom of speech because you should no longer speak just for yourself. You should speak for others in the United States, and if you pick others out, you're just another bully. And when bullies pick on others, they can either break down, lose it, act out, or even commit suicide. Sometimes you just, as our parents said when we were children, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. And sometimes President Trump should think of that. The President of the United States should try to be a positive role model and not tear us apart daily. But he should try to unite us every day. Is our president actually mentally ill by having to tweet so much daily? And are we mentally ill for paying so much attention with him and putting up with it? Are we as sick as the president? Are we all addicted to tweeting and posting online? Are all our souls that lost and hungry for attention? This is what I thought about lately when I thought of our president and his tweets. We all need to be conscious of one another and try not to bully one another. Bullying and violence are way too much of the American way, and bullying and politics make it hard for people to believe in one another and respect in one another. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please share.